Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are previewing Week 3 of the NFL preseason right now with Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com, who's had an awesome career, and that career has extended into the first 2 weeks of this year's preseason, where he's covered most of the games, thus giving us awesome advice and free picks. 16-9 against the spread in those free picks. So Joe Duffy's been doing it from the late 80s all the way up through last week. Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com. Thanks for being back with us.
And hopefully for many years to come.
Hopefully. All right. So if anyone is finally convinced and they want to sign up with your site, give a quick plug for OffshoreInsiders.com.
OffshoreInsiders.com, the home of Joe Duffy. Go back to the score phone days. If you've never heard of me, never gotten my plays before, rest assured you are going to get the very specific, sharp intel we have on every single game in the analysis. When you get the picks, we're not giving you the picks and telling you to blindly bet it. We will give you the analysis, and you're going to be impressed with the information that we have. Hopefully, we're impressing you in these videos as well.
All right, we've definitely impressed me, Joe Duffy, and we'll see if you can impress me with your analysis here, because this is a tricky handicapping situation, right? Green Bay -7 against Oakland, totals 43.5, and the Green Bay under last week was one of your winners. This is a tough one because Green Bay obviously is the far superior team, if playing with full motivation. But, most of their starters are set, so they're not going to be going full out here. Oakland, we don't know exactly sure what's up with that, but they're certainly in a little bit more disarray, so maybe that gives them an edge at +7. You got to assume that the Packers are not going to push the offense, so maybe we just like another under here, 43.5. As far as the spread is concerned, man, I wouldn't want to touch either side. Oakland is 5-11 against the spread over the last 16 preseason road games, so they just don't really cover on the road. But then again, not sure I'd want to take Green Bay -7. I think I'd go with the under 43.5. What do you like here, Joe Duffy?
Well, a lot of the experts out there whose opinion I trust think that the Raiders did as good of a job as any as far as adding proven free agents during the offseason. And the Raiders could be a pretty good team, and this is a lot more of a quote-unquote statement game for them than the Packers. It's most definitely not for the Packers. Now, granted, as much as they've improved elsewhere, they've got Matt Schaub as quarterback, and that's kind of questionable. But if there is any guy who's got quite a few starts under his belt who would feel he's got something to prove here, it would be him. The backup Carr, he's probably going to play. He did have a concussion, but he passed all the protocol on Monday, so he's been practicing. We do think that he will play, but the main reason I like the Raiders here, and by the way, also all reports say their offensive line, Oakland's offensive line, is as good as it's been in years. They're playing with tons of continuity. Well, best of all, they're going to be going against a very vanilla defense. I mean, all the years I've been handicapping, and I've been doing this a long time, I don't know if I remember where a head coach has made it so clear he is obsessed with showing nothing to their first opponent. Remember, they open against Seattle, which is, I would say, probably the most exciting game, at least from a fan standpoint, of Week 1, and maybe the best game out there as far as, if you want to see the early tea leaves for a Super Bowl contender, etc. But he has just been obsessed with saying, we're not going to show Seattle anything. So you have a greatly improved Oakland offensive line, maybe an improved Raiders team overall, playing in their most important regular season game. And Mike McCarthy, what's he got to prove? Not a darn tootin' thing. And he's told Dom Capers to tone it down. Capers, of course, the defensive coordinator for the Packers. So when a coach keeps saying, I actually think from a play calling standpoint, maybe as far as the starters, they might play a little longer, but from a play calling standpoint, I think this is going to be as vanilla as you will see on both sides of the ball from Green Bay for just about any team in the third week of the preseason. Therefore, that's just way too many points. Oakland could even pull off the upset here. I know upset sounds like a strange term to use in the preseason, but they're getting a touchdown, so it would certainly be an upset. If there's any team I would lean towards on a money line, it would be Oakland, but certainly the points.
There we go. It's settled. Makes a lot of sense. Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com. Oakland +7, liking that one, thinking no way the Packers risk injury to their top stars. They've got nothing to prove. Thanks so much, Joe Duffy.